Neon Genesis Evangelion. Ooh, I'm talking about this one now. I got into this series actually sort of interesting because I'd seen like several pictures of it, and I saw my favorite character, who happens to be Rei. She's awesome and cute. I would definitely fidizzle her. I saw the way I saw like pictures of her, and I saw like images, and actually Rei, while I'm still talking about her, actually helped me create one of my major characters in my story series. So I have that to thank, and plus it also helped me sort of end that arc because I was kind of making it long anyway. So yeah, then I decided to look it up on Wikipedia. It's like, oh, this looks interesting, and isn't this supposed to be like the biggest anime ever? Oh, I really hope that they air this on Adult Swim. And I go to bed, and guess what airs on Adult Swim? This very show. I think, yes. Watched the first episode. Pretty interesting, I suppose. Shinji's an interesting character. It was also the first time I heard Spike Spencer. I think her Japanese voice actor is also... No, I think Shinji's Japanese voice actor is also the same one as Krillin. Yes, Krillin. Krillin voices Shinji. I'm pretty sure that's true. I don't even remember who does Rei. Some woman. But, this show, I watched as much as I could, but I was watching this at night with volume down really low because really I was trying to go to bed, but I like to leave the TV on. And I would sometimes stay up and just watch the show. And that probably caused me to not really understand. Of course, what I was seeing, I still didn't even understand it that much either. It seemed like this was really just one big character study of Shinji. I really feel like that's really the main point of the storyline, and that's probably what makes so many people love this show, is that it's really about, Shinji and his insecurities and really almost his depression. He's really a sad character. And Spike Spencer probably helps because he makes him sound like, really weak and insecure. Like, that kind of got on my nerves because I felt like, it's like, okay, what is this thing trying to tell? My main problem was that I probably didn't really understand this. Of course, I didn't really pay much to it. Angel told me that he watched the entire thing in Japanese, I think, so he probably understands it a little bit more than I do. But, this show, it's okay. One of the episodes I found to be pretty interesting was when, like, the angel, like, came to life and, no, like, the little Ava came to life and started eating the angel. I thought that was interesting. It's like, that's different. And it adds, it's like a little plus. It's like, what? The robots are alive? And it turns out, like, they're angels, like, who are being controlled, I think. But yeah. Most of the series really is just hallucinations from Shinji, and then I remember one of the later episodes, the show where they showed Kaworu, and he's like the last child. And he's like a faggot. No, he's homosexual though, and like he's flirting with Shinji or something. I think they even kissed at one point. And they said, it's like, I remember there was one thing was like, Shinji's like, well, it's time for me to go to bed, and then Kaworu was like, with me? It's like, okay, seriously, that's one way to, come out of the closet, but you know what? Control yourself. Gay people are cool when they're not raping you. I thought it was kind of funny, and I think I remember he straight up said, I love you. And I remember, like, near the end, like, Shinji was like, he said he loved me. I think I may have loved him too. I thought that was kind of funny. Not really, the meaning behind the words, just, what they were saying. I thought that was kind of funny. I don't mean to sort of put a anti-homosexual thing on this, I just thought that whole part was funny. I also thought it was kind of funny when when Asuka kisses Shinji and holds his nose. Like, wow, that would suck. You kiss a girl, but your nose is freaking closed, so you can't breathe. I would have breathed in her mouth then, if that was the case. If I was in Shinji, I would be like, okay, you know what? You're gonna hold my nose. I'm going to breathe in your mouth. Anyway. And I remember they got their little apartment too. That was interesting. Another thing that sort of got on my nerves about the show is like, Shinji was like, I don't want to do this, and then everyone else would be like, then don't. You don't have to fucking do it if you don't want to. It's like, I don't know, it's sort of weird. I guess he felt like he was being forced to, and it's like, make your own fucking decisions. That reminds me, now that I said that, I remember one character drops the F-bomb, the girl with the blue hair. And speaking of her, I also remember a part of the movie. I'm kind of jumping all over the place. This happens when I don't really have much to say about an anime. Well, I do, but I kind of have to get to it. But anyway, where she's like, she kisses Shinji, and she's like, it's like, come back to me and I'll give you one. I'm thinking, sweet. If I was Shinji, be like, fuck that. I'm going to go have sex with you right now. And I also heard how there's like a thing where like, one of the Japanese voice actors was struggling with a line. And she was struggling because he didn't really know what she was saying. And then, so the guy kind of gave her a hint of what he was saying. Because the way it was in the movie, Gendo, I think his name was, the dad he was going to shoot, what's-her-face? Apparently the name of the movie was the end of Evangelion. And I believe, isn't that like considered like the final episode? But yeah, it was like meaning like you just see his mouth move and she's like, oh my fucking god! And I remember, I learned a few things about that blonde-haired lady too, the doctor lady. Like, I learned a while later that Rei was actually not the first Rei, and she's like a copy. Of course, I saw that episode too. She's like, I'm killing all the Reis, And I remember that one thing where like the first Rei was a child, like she kept calling her old hag, that pissed her off, and she had like brown hair, and then that pissed off doctor lady, so she strangled her. That's pretty sad. And then the third Rei came around. And wasn't there like a fourth Rei who's like more happy and wears a school uniform? And I also find that interesting because her uniform stands out. She wears the shirt and tie while everyone else wears like the thing. I think that was like on the last episode of the TV series. But yeah. Then there's the whole Evangelion series, which is like the movie. Is that still going on? I understand that's like a redo of the whole thing. But and of course Funimation got the rights to it, and practically the entire cast was replaced. The entire cast was replaced except for Shinji. I think they actually made like a really strong point to get Spike Spencer. Probably because they understood that Spike Spencer's portrayal of Shinji was so iconic, and it kind of, for fans of the English dub, probably wouldn't have liked it. It's like, oh yeah, movie! Oh shit, they switched Shinji, I'm not going to watch this anymore. But I think, like, the series started finally coming, around. But, I don't remember how this story was it a manga first and then it became an anime? Or was it like an anime then became a manga? I'm not sure. I heard about that Angelic Days thing, but I don't even know what that's about. But yeah. And I understand, that this anime has had a lot of success. It's very, very popular. Some people even call it the greatest anime of all time. I'm not so sure about that. I still say Dragon Ball is the greatest anime of all time, even more than this. I believe I stated in the Dragon Ball video for the series that I think that it was better than Evangelion. I remember my friend on Facebook said, better than Evangelion? I don't think so. I was like, well, I think so. I really think so. Not because of the impact that Evangelion had versus the impact that Dragon Ball had, because that's debatable. That's really debatable because, Full Metal Alchemist, I think I heard that like had like a lot of impact on people who had been like emotionally damaged due to like certain things, and it kind of helped people out. Dragon Ball doesn't do that. Evangelion probably helps people who are depressed because like I said, it really is a big character study on Shinji. Or at least that's the way I think of it, and of course I haven't even seen the fucking thing, or I've seen very little of it. But, you know. But I still stand by that I think Dragon Ball is the greatest anime of all time. That's just my personal opinion. And I've had a lot of time to think about it. Anyway, as far as this anime, you know, because it's regarded as being one of the best anime, I would watch it. I wouldn't mind watching it again if I had the chance to. I don't know. I wouldn't want to watch it by myself. I'd feel weird. I'd rather watch it, you know, with a group, even if it's like, but not even like not even another person. I want to have like literally a group. I don't know. I would feel weird watching this by myself. Oh wait, did I ever? Fuck. See, I kind of forget things as I'm going along because I don't have a script. Did I ever mention that the blue-haired chick dropped the F-bomb? I'm pretty sure I did. Well, if I didn't, or if I'm going crazy, she dropped the F-bomb. By the way, I think there was this part where the blue-haired lady dropped the F-bomb, and of course, you know. Oh wait, one more thing. She also dropped the F-bomb. Now I'm just making fun of myself. But yeah, I'd recommend this anime. Both in English and Japanese. I don't know much about the Japanese version, but I'm sure that it is very good. And the English version is also very good. And I'm sure that the Funimation dub's really good too. I think they've got the girl who does Chaozu to do Ray. And Tiffany Grant, or I think did Asuka. I know Tiffany Grant did somebody. She was probably the blue-haired girl. But yeah. Overall, this show, you know, not too bad. Pretty good. It's regarded as one of the greatest anime ever. But I personally don't think that way. I'll see you guys later.